Hi, this is Roger, thanks for dropping by. Just come to the end of filling up all my water containers with the RO unit. I've still got to put it away, but I thought we'd have a look at the Cymbidiums. Now obviously this is difficult because the four on the top shelf are wired on, but it's got wheels, hasn't it? So I can turn the staging round rather than turn the plants round. I know that's a bit unusual, but we'll give it a go and see how it works. Oh, there's one paver kicks up there, catches the wheel every time. Right, so what I'll do is we'll have a look at the back of one of the plants and then go around the front and have a look at the front of the same one. Does that make sense? So this one on the end here, typical that the tag's round the front, but we'll find out what it is when we get round there. So I'm picking off bits that have come out of the gutter up here where the birds keep chucking it around. So this Cymbidium is in lots of stages of growth. This is a new growth pushing on quite strong here, and this is another one just starting, and this is another one pushing on here. So this one has got a lot of new growths and it's pushing on. And around the other side we can have a look at the rest of it. So round here we've got a new growth that's really pushed on well and is starting to form its bulb, with another one next to it that's not. And then we've got another one here pushing up. And then there's one in the middle of the plant there. So this has got quite a good few new growths, and they're all at different stages. Now, by rights, if they all bloom, it will be in bloom a very long time because it will be staged. And obviously the ones like this, if this one blooms, will be out first. And is this... Yes, this is the yellow one. And if I remember rightly, it did bloom over a long period last time round. Looking at the way these canes are maturing now, or starting to, this is going to be in bloom autumn, early winter. So this isn't going to be a next year bloom, that's going to be this year. Right, then we'll have a look at this one next to it. We can start round this side. This is, oh, that blinking labels coming off, they just don't stay on. Not sticky enough, not good enough. Right, this is Jamie Red. Now this one has a new growth here, and then everything else to do with that one is going to be around the other side. So yes, so we've got nice new growth coming up here, nice strong new growth. Another one in the middle of the plant here. See some nice roots coming out of this bulb here, that looks nice. What else have we got? And then another nice strong one there. So yes, we have growths on this one, and they're roughly at the same oh look, there's another one right down in under that bulb as well. So they're roughly at the same stage. You know, the difference between that one and that one is not that much in terms of flowering. So this one is likely, if all the bulbs bloom, to be in bloom at roughly a similar time, except for this one. This will be a forerunner. This will be an early one, probably followed by that one. Right, and this one is... this is the bronzy coloured hybrid, and this again is at all different stages. It's all over the place at the moment. So you've got new growth here really pushing on well, and then next to it you can see a relatively new one. There's another one pushing on, leaves expanding at a fair old rate. Another one next to it here, and then round here again new growths pushing on well. So this one, the growths are all quite well advanced. Here, here, middle of the plant here. So this could well be in bloom, you know, late autumn, something like that. Bronzy coloured one, that one. And then the last one on the top shelf, new growth here. Another one here. Another one here, another big one here coming up through. And then this odd one. This new growth started sort of on its own, and hasn't matured properly. It's not formed a proper bulb, it's a tiny little bulb. I'm hoping the new ones are going to push on well, and that's Cymbidium copper. So that's the one we had the trouble with the colour, yeah? So obviously I'm working on that this year by having it outside, giving it proper orchid food, and it will get the extra sunshine in the autumn. Right, let's see if we can push this back where it goes, and then we can get at the bottom shelf, which has got movable plants on, so we should be okay at pushing those around. Oh, hang on, let's go and let Matey out. I wonder if he hopped up on the bedroom windowsill like he does and saw that the sun was out in his sunny place. He just really likes that corner. Anyway, on to the rest then. So this is, although it says cream on there, this is the other Cymbidium copper. This was the piece that sort of came off. It had 2 bulbs, so it's obviously, you know, capable of blooming on the 3rd bulb, but I got 2 really nice strong growths that are a pair. They're at the same development stage, so if they both bloom, they'll be out at the same time. And then this is my little miniature one, Showgirl. Again, 2 nice strong new growths pushing on, and the previous bulb that I grew better than the previous bulb, so nice big fat bulb. That was the last one that bloomed for us, and 2 new growths coming up this time round, so we should get 2 spikes. And then this one, this is a bit of a monster and has so many new growths on it, it's hardly worth trying to count them. Just say many. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I haven't even turned it yet. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, lots. And this is Tiger Tail, so this is the one that has the very attractive blooms on. And, ouch! Ow! Ow! Getting down there's okay. It's the getting up. Right, so that's the Cymbidiums. There are 7. Now, bearing in mind they have to come indoors, you know, once the cooler weather starts. I certainly haven't got room for any more like this. I certainly haven't got room for this sort of thing. However, I have got room for this sort of thing, because although this is a big plant with an awful lot of new growths on, if you look at the height of these leaves, which is a miniature, the one next to it's not much taller. Yeah? So, although it's in a big pot, a tall pot, the actual size of the leaves is not that great. So we might have some room for a couple of small ones, but we can't go mad because of the fact they have to come in for the winter. But nonetheless, I'm pleased with the way they're growing. They're pushing on nicely, multiple new growths all over the place. They appear to be growing strong. Good leaves. The leaves aren't marked. They're all good leaves on here. All nice bright green leaves, no manky marks. They're looking good. So yes, if we can get some blooms at the right time, these will be off to the shows. Not that we've got many. There's only 2 left this year that they could go in. But they could go along to the meetings, which I'm a bit reluctant to take the plants into an ordinary meeting, even though it is a competitive table they'd be going on. You know, and I'm pretty sure they do pretty well. It's just the fuss of taking them in the car, the transport. And you know, you listen to people talking, oh, I brought this in to show everybody, and the spike got broke in the car, you know, or it fell over, it fell off the seat, you know, all these sorts of things. We shall see. Anyway, quick look at the Cymbidiums. Well, reasonably long look at the Cymbidiums really, and I think they're doing well. I'm pleased, considering I only ever had one. Now that's the one that lives under the table out on the decking. It gets a tiny little bit of sun there, and it's just going to be left to fend for itself. Hannah said she doesn't want to lose it, but she's not prepared for it to get anywhere near my other plants and possibly jeopardise them, because it's pretty, 95% certain it is virus. So we'll leave it as a separate thing, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for dropping by. There he is, in his favourite place. He likes it on there because the wood gets warmer than the stones, and he doesn't get all dirty like he does on the stones. He quite likes it there. Nice and peaceful. And it's just good that he's outside and not just stuck indoors all the time. Weather permitting, this weather isn't going to last forever, but seems to be in at least until the weekend, possibly even to next week. We shall see. See you next time.